Greetings, Magic community. I'm Mike from MTG Scribe, and welcome to the first ever mini season of Road to an RCQ. It occurred to me the other day that because I was able to find a sealed RCQ in my area, and because I'm playing in the Magic Online Creator Showdown on August 10th, which will be Bloomburrow sealed, it might be worth it to do a couple of episodes of this to get a feel for how sealed is and to prepare for the two reasonably large tournaments that I'm going to be playing in. Obviously, I'll be live on my Twitch account on August 10th for the Magic Online Creator Showdown, and I'll be doing another episode of this next week, as well as one after the Creator Showdown. We'll talk about how I did in that, and then get ready for the sealed RCQ that's going to be happening that following Saturday. So about 3 episodes of this. Figure that's about a mini season, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've played a little bit of this set so far, not a ton. I did well at the pre-release that I went to. I ended up going 3-0 in matches and 6-1 in games, and it seems like a pretty interesting set to build for. So let's get into it. Actually, before I open my packs, I want to talk a little bit about the structure I plan to use for these. It's a little bit different from the Pioneer RCQ prep that I was doing, where I was just jumping into leagues, especially for sealed. I don't care so much about winning these leagues or winning games. I do care about playing well. That's important. But I think it's more important as sealed prep to get a feel for what's possible in the format. So I'm going to be playing on Magic Online. I'm going to be doing the competitive sealed league, which is 5 matches. My plan is to open a pool, make the best build that I can, play a match with it, see how it goes, and then rebuild the pool with a different color pair, if possible. Obviously, not every pool is going to be able to support that, but I think that is going to be possible more often than not in this set specifically. There's a lot of interesting overlapping synergies going on in this set. I think it is considered a pretty strict 2-color set, which is fair, and I understand why that's the case, and even for the draft environment. But I actually think there's more overlap than it would appear on first blush. So, in the interest of trying to explore those edges of this format, I'm gonna I'm gonna build a deck, play a match, rebuild, getting rid of at least one of the 2-color pairs, if not both, making a different deck, and then playing the next match. And for the third and fourth and fifth match, I'm gonna see if it's possible to build another deck out of what I have in my pool. And if it's not, I'll just pick what I think is the best of the 2 that I played the first time. But I think I should be able to get at least 2 out of every pool. So that is the setup. And let's go ahead and open some packs. All right, so the first deck I built out of this pool was a blue-black rat focused deck. I tried to build a black-red one initially, and I think that might be our second deck. This one seems a little bit better. Run the Relentless is pretty good. We don't have a ton of removal, which I am concerned about, but that's pretty true throughout this pool. Another thing I wanted to try was a black-white life gain style deck, but we only have one white bat. Maybe we have 2. Although we have a number of white-black bats, and the one white bat we have is a pretty good one, in Essence Channeler. But I don't know that I have quite enough to make that work. But that also might get a look when we do our second deck. I think I am going to try to build a third deck out of this as well, so we'll see what we do next. But blue-black is what we're trying now, and we'll see how it goes. Jump into a game. All right, here we go. Game number 1. We won the die roll, so we're going to be taking the play. Excuse the clutter. Anytime I play in early access or with the Magic Online beta client, I have to redo all of this afterwards. So, all right, let's see. This is not a great opening hand. 2 swamps, nothing that I can do until 3, and only then if I draw something, we're going to mulligan this. Much better. We've got Darkstar Augur, Hazel's Nocturne, Resistant Marshsucker, and the Glide Dive Duo. We'll probably put the Glide Dive Duo back. Let's see what our opponent wants to do here. All right, and they also mulliganed to 6. We're going to keep this. And we'll put back this glide dive duo. And they also started with 6. All right, so let's play an island and say go. And then we're just not going to do anything on their turn. So save a little time. They play a swamp, we play a swamp, and Marsh Stalker. Next turn we can Darkstar Augur unless we draw something else. We have a pretty low curve. I think using Offspring on this is reasonable if we have a reason to do it, but we clearly do not. So if I had another play this turn, I would wait, I think, and do that instead. But move to combat, swing for 3, swing for 3. And okay. Post combat, we'll cast Darkstar Augur without offspringing it. Opponent's playing black-red, so some sort of lizardy, typically aggro deck, although they're not super aggro at the moment. Okay, we look at their top card. It is a Thought Shocker. We take 2. That's totally fine. Pretty far away from Threshold at this point. I think we want to Dire Sight. Play our Swamp. I think I'm interested in being aggressive here. Yeah, I think I'm interested in being aggressive here. If they want to block and kill our Marsh Stalker, I'm okay with that. You can always get it back with Hazel's Nocturne. And Darkstar Augur sort of wants us to be pretty aggressive, so sure, that's fine. I could Thought Shucker. I think I'd rather Dire Sight, though. I don't remember. I don't think I have one drop, and I think it's black. Let's cast Dire Sight. Island. We're gonna bin both of those. Vren the Relentless and a Swamp. Great. Okay. Just say go. Next turn we cast Vren. Already 4 cards in our graveyard. They cast another Daggerfang duo. Okay. Sure. They're not very they don't seem to be particularly aggressive. Take out the trash is a good thing for them to have milled over, I think. Okay. Our go. We untap. We see Swamp. Fantastic. There is the black 1-drop I was talking about. I was gonna run the Relentless, but I think instead we're better off Vine Lasher, with Offspring, and then playing a land and playing a Thought Shucker post combat. So let's do that. Move to combat. Swing for 2. Opponent is thinking about something. Not sure what 1 black gets you. No tricks come to mind for 1 black. They just take it. Okay, that makes sense. So let's Offspring the Vine Lasher. 1, 2, and 3. And then we will go ahead and play this swamp. They'll take 2 more. They go to 11. And then we Thought Shucker. They Rabid Gnaw or Darkstar Augur. Sure, that's fine. Got 5 cards in the graveyard currently. I almost think I just block with the Thought Shucker if they attack. They don't attack. Okay, that also makes a lot of sense. So that means we also can't attack. We could get Hazel's Nocturne, or we could play Hazel's Nocturne and get our Marsh Stalker back, as well as our Darkstar Augur. I think I'm just going to Wren this turn. I don't see any reason to attack right now. So let's just play our island. They take 2. All right, so Wren the Relentless is Ward 2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of each end step, create X/1/1 black rat creature tokens. With this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, and X is the number of creatures your opponents control that were exiled this turn. And that happens at the end of the beginning of each end step, not just on my turn. So if they attack in and we block in a way that kills it, which I don't know why we would do at this point, we do get the rats on their turn. I mean, I actually don't think it would be crazy to block with the Shucker and the Vine Lasher if they attacked. We get a rat that way, and then next turn, I can Hazel's Nocturne and bring back the Vine Lasher anyway. When this creature enters, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Okay. We could discard here. We could just let the Vine Lasher die. Like I said, buy it back, and we have enough to Offspring it again. Kind of like that. All right, they don't attack. They probably could have attacked, although, I mean, they have a 4/3. I don't know. You get another Thought Chucker. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Hazel's Nocturne. We want the Vine Lasher and the Darkstar Augur back. The only question here is, do we Vine Lasher or do we Darkstar Augur? I think we Vine Lasher. Take 1. 1, 2, 3. Cast with Offspring. And then we just say go. I don't see any need to attack here. So they go to 3 next turn. No, well, not now. They go to 7. We cast Darkstar Augur. They don't attack again. Sure, it's fine. We are 1 away from having Threshold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast everything. We can dump our hand right now. Do I want a Darkstar Augur with Offspring? I don't think I do. We haven't seen any of the top end of this deck, which isn't a ton, but also, um, I think I'm not going to do it. I think I'm going to play this island. They take 2. We're going to Darkstar Augur. Just cast it. We're going to Agate Blade Assassin. And then we're going to Thought Shucker. And then we're just going to say go again. No, probably isn't. At this point, if they attack, I think I'm happy to trade a Thought Shucker and one of the Vine Lashers for their duo. That'll give us Threshold, and we'll still have Threshold if we decide to bring the Persistent Marstalker back, so we can pump up the other Thought Shucker. As of right now, if nothing changes, they take 2 in the air, they go to 5. I attack with this, they go to 4. They decide to exile my flyer. Okay, sure. That's pretty annoying, actually. I'd love a spell here, like a non-creature spell. Something that'll go to my graveyard. Although every land is 2 points of damage, so like that, there's also some appeal in just drawing lands at this point. Well, I wanted to draw a spell. That'll do it. I think that is probably game over. I'm gonna fell this Death Toucher. We now have. Do you want to do this as a sorcery? No, you can do whatever you want. So I think I just swing out here. They go to 5. They can only block one thing. I can pump one of these and bring back my 3/1. Yeah, I think that is. Sure, that also works. All right, I don't see any need to sideboard. I think we're pretty good. Here, I'll move this down a little bit so we can see what we're working with. Yeah, I think this is fine. This worked fine. I don't think it's particularly great. It didn't feel particularly great, but also at no point did I feel like we were behind in that match, or even that they were remotely close to catching up to us. So, pretty good draw, pretty good start, even on the mold to 6. Although they also mold to 6, to be fair. All right, we are on the draw this game. Island, Swamp, Keep. Probably lead with the Marshstalker again. Unless they play something super aggro, and they don't. So let's start with the Swamp. And we can just say go. Okay. And okay. So it's going to start much like it did last game. With a Persistent Marshstalker. And presumably following up with a Darkstar Augur, actually, so. Kindlespark Duo. Tap it to deal 1 damage to target opponent. Whenever they cast a non-creature spell, they get to untap it. Okay. So we're going to attack. I would be shocked if they block. But if they do, then that's totally fine. I'm not sad about this being in the graveyard. And then post-combat, we'll Darkstar Augur. We'll cast Bobby Bats. Bobby Bats it is. Next turn, we can Thought Shucker and Dowerport Mage. They cast Teapot Slinger. Whenever you expend 4, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay, that's pretty scary. Doesn't count itself, though. That actually makes me wonder... Well, let's see what we draw here. Fell wouldn't be bad. Bonebind, Orator, and Runaway together. Okay, sure. We could attack with both. Or, I'm sorry. We could Dire Downdraft and just bounce their Teapot Slinger and then attack with both. Just buy us a turn. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I actually like that plan. Let's do that. Bounce this. Move to combat. Swing with both. Sure. 12 to 17. Okay. That's a little annoying. We reveal just an island, which is great, honestly. We play the island. I'm inclined to attack with the Marsh. Well, no, I'm not, because they have a 3/4 now. So I could Dire Sight and then see what happens. I think that's the move here. If we draw a Fell in one of these cards, I'm actually fine with using that. So Island can go in the bin. When Tidecaller Mentor enters, if 7 more cards in your graveyard, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, that can stay on top. I'm okay to draw that. Already played a land for turn. Draw Night Whirl Hermit. Pretty far away from Threshold at this point. So we didn't draw a way to kill the Teapot Slinger. Question is, do I hold up Runaway together? Probably not. I think I'm just going to cast probably the Dowerport Mage, because we are going to run away together at some point. And I'd like to get the value off of it when we do. So 2 in the air. They'll tap and deal the damage to us. So we're going to be 14 to 10. Nothing has reach. Nothing has reach. I suppose there is some interest in Thought Shucker and Bonebind Orator, so that I can double block this thing if it tries to come in. Or sorry. In Thought Shucker, so that I can double block with my Marsh Stalker. I think I'm gonna do that instead, actually. They deal damage to me, 10 to 14, as expected. Another Kindle Spark Duo. Okay. Do you have any follow-up to that? Marshtucker, of course, a 4/1 because we have another rat in play. I guess that means I don't have to double block it. I did forget that that did that. I was thinking it just could be brought back. I forgot that it actually also got bigger. What's our plan next turn? Um, Putting out a 1/4 is sort of appealing. They kill my Darkstar Augur and deal some damage to me. Sure. They opt to not discard their last card. That's interesting. 4 cards in the graveyard. Means I don't really want to cast Tidecaller Mentor yet. Now we draw the Fell. Alright, Island for turn. Probably kill this Teapot Slinger. Leaves us with 4, so I could do that and Dowerport Mage and Bonebind Orator. Question is, do I attack with my 4/1? I mean, they just block with their 1/1. That seems not great. So, I think we fell. Kill this. We're taking 2 a turn, which is not ideal. Hmm. I think I'm gonna hold up Runaway together. There's Should I just bounce their Ravine Raider and my Thought Shucker and just attack with the 4/1? I kind of think that I should. I'm happy trading for one of these. I get to draw a card off of it. I know they get to immediately recast it, but at least I get in. And if I trade with one of these, that's 1 less damage per turn, which I think is pretty valuable. Cinder Cutthroat's a pretty good draw. All right. Attack with you. Oh, I misclicked. I didn't realize it had advanced to attack. I thought I was hitting okay to. Oh boy, I hope we don't lose because of that. All right, well, we have Threshold now. And we get Early Winter. So I could exile. This is a 5/3. Uh, hmm. My Nightwhirl My Nightwhirl Hermit can't be blocked at this point because I have Threshold. I could just kill Wix Patrol. I take 2. I don't love that plan. I mean, bouncing Wix Patrol seems awful. I'm gonna Hermit. and Cutthroat. If I have to block Wix Patrol with the Cutthroat, that's fine. I'm okay with that trade. Yeah, I go to 8. Can't attack this time. Man, it really is unfortunate. If they drew a non-creature spell, that would be real bad. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, they did. That's real bad. Well, can't take 6 here, obviously, so we're just going to block. I think we're probably just dead. Vine Lasher. Vine Lasher's 2 more blockers, but I can't... can't do that and early... Well, I guess I can do that in early winter, but I can't offspring it, so... 1 blocker. Well, move to combat. Let's actually swing this time. I could bring back my Persistent Marsh Stalker. Tapped and attacking. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Like, I have to early winter here. I might be dead anyway, regardless of whether early winter or not. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exile this. Go to 4. If they draw any non-land spell, I just die. Yeah, I have to block here. I assume they're going to kill. Yep. Makes sense. Effectively a 2. Draw a swamp. Okay. Play the swamp. They go to 7. Play the Tidecaller Mentor. Bounce one of their duo. Thought Shooker. Play Orator. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. They go. Can attack into their 1/3. At 2. I have to double block here. At 1. Oh no, we're just dead. Well, that was sort of unfortunate. Um, would that attack have mattered? It might have. I don't know if they would have blocked or not. If they didn't block, they're at 3. But then, like, who knows what else happens in that game? So, I don't know. That one might be on me. Would like to play first. This is keepable. We got a 2, a 3, and a 4. Play swamp. Stay go. And we'll yield through their turn. They have a 1-drop this time. Draw a Darkstar Augur. Okay. Orator. I guess we'll see what they do. I might Cutthroat before I Augur this game. Let's see if they cast anything here. Cutthroat is more mana intensive, which is not ideal. They do not. They don't pump it. So I think I am going to cast Cutthroat here. Move to combat. Swing for 2. That implies to me they have some sort of removal. Probably Savor, I would guess. But also probably possibly take out the trash. Yes, Cutthroat. We've seen that they have both. I think they have Savor in the deck. Certainly they have Take Out the Trash. And if they want to use it here, sure, that's totally fine. Okay. So let me Vren next turn. Assistant Marsh Stalker. I think I'm going to attack and see what they want to do. It's a pretty suspicious attack. They might just let it through at 18. They might not, though. They might think I have another Cinder or something, another lizard that cares if they lost life. They don't, though. So we are going to Vren. So ideally, we draw a land and we can Darkstar Augur and a Persistent Marshstalker next turn. Teapot Singer, sure. I can't block. Phil is also pretty good, honestly. So we fell here. We're going to get a rat next turn. Or at the end of this turn. Move to combat. Pose the same question to them since I'm not blocking anyway. Sure. Marshstalker. Taking damage. No worries. We get a 3/3 rat. Sure. Now we draw the land. It's fine. So I think I attack with the 5/1 and the 3/3 here, and nothing else. I don't want Vren to get in with the Death Toucher. If they block, that's fine. If they don't block, they take 8. So, and we're gonna Darkstar Augur. Real question is, are we offspringing it? Come in with these two. What's your plan? They block and don't have anything behind it. I get another rat, regardless of how they block here, I think. So presumably they block here and here. I get 2 rats, which cool. Don't block at all, also cool. They do up not to block and just take 8. Okay, that's fine with me. I am just going to cast this without the offspring. Maybe I should have offspring there. I don't know. Under 5 minutes on the clock. Go to 15. I'm a little concerned about their ability to deal this negligible damage every turn. Uh, Obviously, that was a huge problem last game. Move to combat. No attacks. That makes sense. And with Darkstar Augur, we reveal Dire Sight. Take 3. Okay. Move to combat. Same as the last verse, only with a little bit of progression with Darkstar Augur. Unless they have something, go to 3. Block, block. Sure, it's fine. I think I'm just going to Nocturne now and cast the rat so I can attack with the next turn. A Rabid Gnaw. Okay, also fine. Oh, the Rabid Gnawing Wren. Oh, interesting. Oh, they're going to hit Darkstar Augur. Okay. I see the point. Yep, that's going to happen. You go to 3, and you're about to go to 1. Hazel's Nocturne. Let's get back. Wren and the other rat. Sure. Go to 13. Feeling pretty good. They have 1 card in hand. Tough to see how we lose this one. And we don't. All right, that was pretty good. That second game, obviously, I made that huge punt, which certainly would have changed things in some direction. Whether or not we win that game, if I don't do that, tough to say. but I'm going to go back and rebuild this deck with a different color pair. I might try black red and see where that gets us. Um, all right, I'll be back shortly. All right, so this is what I put together for black red, which honestly looks better than I thought it was going to. I was a little worried that it was going to be considerably weaker than the black blue deck, but I don't think it is. I think it's just slightly different. A lot of the black is the same here. We did leave the persistent marsh stalker out as we are not playing quite so many rats this time. But I'm pretty interested in how this one plays. I think it's pretty likely that the next deck probably involves green in some way. The green in this seems pretty reasonable. I really want to play a white black deck with this. Obviously, we have Zoraline and two Moonrise Clerics, but there's just almost no white creatures in this build that are reasonable for it, so I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to do green red or green black. Either seem likely. Um, we have some good green black spells and a couple of big green red spells. So I'll have to look at it and see. But for now, deck number 2 in our run is going to be this black red deck, and I'll be back in a moment. We'll see how it goes. All right, and we're back. We lose the die roll. Fine. I've got two, one of each color, 2 lands, one of each color. Got some 2-drops. Our Darkstar Augur is back. Bobby Bats is back, along with Kindlespark Duo. I think we keep this pretty easily. I did switch over to 8th edition white bordered lands. Stocking the pantry on turn 1. Sure, that's fine. We have no play on turn 1. We're just going to say go. We will almost certainly Raccoon Rallier on turn 2. They do nothing. Yep, so Raccoon Rallier it is. And then we'll see what we do on 3. If they don't cast a creature, my inclination is to attack, play a 3/2. Okay. Vigilant Haste. Whenever it becomes the target of a spell or ability for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So I'm going to attack here. I think it's incredibly unlikely that they block. And then we're going to go ahead and play Cinder and Cutthroat post-combat. If they do block, I'll play Darkstar Augur instead, but I would be pretty surprised. Oops. Did not mean to do that. I'd be pretty surprised if they end up blocking here. We're 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 turns away, and a Landra from early winter. Yeah, no block. As expected. Cast a Cutthroat. Cast the Cutthroat. Gonna be a 4/3. They swing in with the 3/2. Huh. If they have a +2/+2 trick, this lives and our thing dies, so I think it's not in our interest to block here. Brazen Collector's a good draw. This costs 2 to give Menace. So I can give this Menace and cast Brazen Collector. I think that's probably the way I want to handle this. And then ideally, although I suppose to be fair. No, I can't do that. All right, yeah. Do I want to get this trick out of their hand? I could Brazen Collector, give it haste. Attack with the 4/3 without Menace. No, that doesn't really make any sense. I'm almost certainly have a trick, but yeah, all right. We're gonna give you Menace. Move to combat. Swing for 4. Post combat, we'll Brazen Collector. Ideally, we draw a land here and we can just early winter when they inevitably go for their trick. Attack for 3. Obviously, I am not going to block for the same reasons I didn't block last turn. Love to draw. They play Haven on green and then cast Treetop Saviors. When it enters me forge, if you draw a card, they did not forge. It's just a 2/4 at this point. But their shields are down. I think I give it Menace and attack again. If they want to trade, then I'm totally fine with that. I still think they have a trick, though, that they can't use right now. So I think it's worth it to get this attack in. I go to 10. Cast the Agate Blade Assassin. Agate Blade Assassin? Again, really want to draw a land here. Still not going to block. They Banishing Light my 4/3. And I still don't draw a land, but I do draw a combat trick. That's sort of interesting. Hmm. They have 2 mana, which I believe is exactly what that combat trick that I'm worried about is. The +2/+2 for one creature and +1/+1 for another creature. Unfortunately, nothing I have is big enough, even with the Valley Rally. So I think we do Kindlespark Duo here. And we just say go, unfortunately. At this point, I think we just block with the Rallier if they attack with the Seedlave Mentor. I think I'm pretty happy to just get the trick out of their hands, although that complicates things. Yeah, that's not ideal. Draw a card. I still have one and a white and a green up. Hmm. Question is, do I double block here? I think I do. Oh, it's Overprotect, not the one that I was worried about. I mean, it functions as the same thing, although this way they don't get an additional counter out of things. So I am 2 for 1ing myself, but ideally we draw a land. Still don't draw a land. That's not good. That is not good. Okay. What do we do? Well, Darkstalk Augur is off the table at this point, as is Dire Sight, honestly. Which means my options are to hold up Valley Rally or just cast Bone Bind Orator and triple block. Pretty frustrating to have had the answer for this many turns and not be able to do anything about it. I think I just Bone Bind Orator. Ugh, I hate to do this. And we just say go. Got off to a good start in this game, but never drawing the 5th land really hurt. They tap everything. That's terrifying. Hugs. Great. Great. Exile top X cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Cool. They have a kill spell, but nothing I have has power toughness greater than 4. 4 or greater, so it doesn't really matter. They don't attack. Well, deal damage to them. We still don't draw the land. Yikes. Well, we're going to offspring this, I guess. Just going to say go. They can attack with a 5/5 Trampler. At least Seaglaive Mentor doesn't have Trample. They draw a card off stock in the pantry. They come in with everything. Okay. Can't cast anything. I could block here and this lives. I could block here, go to 4, and then block here. Bring them to 9. Then next turn, I can at worst Valley Rally. So that would be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Maybe I can get in for enough to win. But I think that is the only shot that I have. That assumes they have nothing, by the way. If they have anything at all, I'm just dead. But I think this is the only way we give ourselves a shot to win this game. No effects. Okay. Bring it to 9. Flame Cash Gecko. Does that do anything for me? Even if I play it, it's just free. It doesn't actually matter. I think if I had a no, it doesn't. I don't. That's stretchy. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna lose this game. I, ugh, yeah, just move to combat. They would have to block like an absolute fool for me not to lose this game, and they don't. Uh, Valley Rally. Do I give them the gift? Sure. You can have first strike. Oh, for some reason I thought it was 2 damage, not 1 damage. Oh, whatever. Don't actually think it matters. Ah, come and get it. Sure. Draw a card. I could just concede this game, I suppose. Eat a food. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. They just win on the backswing, right? I block. There, I take 7. I'm just dead. Didn't seem like a failure of the deck so much as really bad variance. Would like to play first. That is a lot of land, but I still think we keep this. Mountain. Go. Okay. Sure. Assassin. There's probably a good chance that I end up war squeaking the assassin, but we'll see what they do. They kill the assassin. All right, I won't do that then. Let's do gecko. War squeak the gecko. Attack with the gecko. I can raccoon rallier and rummage next turn if this lives, which it does not. Okay. Well, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Orator. Rallier. There you go. And we are out of gas. 1-3 is pretty bad for us. Another land. Oh, we're just getting in. That's totally fine. I am not sad at all to get that trick out of their hands. Do need to draw a spell here, though. Stocking the pantry, sure. Yeah. Cast with Offspring. And can't attack, so just say go. Again, would really like some spells. They play a land, and then they also just say go. Good for us, I think. Hired Claw. Currently no lizards. But move to combat. Attack. Attack. You can only do this once per turn? Yeah. Moose. Moose. But that does allow us to do this. This is only 5 point lost life and only once each turn. Sure. Vanishing Light. Awesome. All right. Attack for a whole lot. Can't do anything about it. Just take it. Early winter? Nope, just a land. That's brutal. Let's get back our otter, I think. So I could block with both the 1/1s and then Valley Rally. Still gonna take 4. Another moose. All right, well, that's gonna be game and a match. It seems like short bow, sure. Mm-hmm. 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 Block here. Block here. Block here. Do I still die? Yes. Am I being petty? Yes. Do I care? I do not. Go to 10. Kill your 2/4 and your 6/6. But then your other 6/6 kills me. Alright. Well, that one didn't go well. So maybe this deck is considerably worse than the blue-black version. Let's try one more time. Like I said, I want to try green. Not sure if green-red or green-black is the way to go, but I might try to do green-red just to do something other than black with this pool and see what happens. All right, so we're going to go with a green-red deck for game number 3. These Junk Blade Bruisers look pretty good. I have a bunch of 2s, which is great. I only have 1 4, which I'm not super excited about, and a bunch of 3s with only 2 1s. So expending 4, I think, is going to be a little bit difficult in this deck, just based on the permeations of spells that I have. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't really care about winning or losing so much. This is more about exploring what is possible with a single sealed pool. So even if I lose this game, I do think I'm going to try a fourth combination. I think I might go with a green black deck and see what that's like, and then we'll figure out what we want to do for the last game. But this is what we're going to roll with for this time, and we'll see how it goes. All right, and we won the die roll, which is great. Would love to play first. 2 mountains and a forest. Couple of 2s. This one is secretly a 4. This seems great. I'm going to keep this. So ideally, we Beggar's Bane duo on 2, Roughshod duo on 3, and then Offspring or Steampath Charger on 4. Seems pretty good. Open with our white bordered mountain, which of course makes white bordered mana. The pre-release I played green red, a weird green red aggro-y deck. Duo. Make a food. They're playing white green. Okay. Once again, we don't have very much removal in this deck. That is sort of an unfortunate reality of the pool, is that there just isn't a lot of removal in it, and most of it's in black. So love the snap of the cards. So if they cast nothing, we attack for 2. Roughshod duo. And then the following turn, we're looking to Steampath Charger with Offspring. They move to their second main and do nothing. Okay. Another Druid of the Spade. I mean, that's going to be pretty good for later. Play a mountain. Move to combat. They could have Sonar Strike here. But if that's the case, that's fine. Take 2. Cast a Roughshod duo. So in Baker's Bane duo, when we expend 4, it gets +1/+1 on the turn, so it's a 3/3. The same is true of the Roughshod duo, except it also gets trample. And it would be a 4/3 till end of turn. And so long as we have a token, these are going to be 4/3s with trample. For Banishing Light is totally fine. I assume they're going to take the Roughshod duo. I don't have a problem with that at all. Yep. So they do. So we'll be able to get in for 3 here. Brazen Collector, huh? Well, ideally we draw a land next turn. So we're going to Steampath Charger with Offspring. Give that +1/+1. We draw a land next turn. We get to Brazen Collector and Druid of the Spade and expend again. Pretty good. Swing for 3. They go to 15 and untap. Ideally a forest, but truthfully, either any land is good here. A Intrepid Rabbit, which is a 3/2. Okay. They can't offspring with it, so that's fine. Oh, they did offspring with it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize they played the land. Sure, that's also fine. All right, land, please. Don't get a land. We do get a War Squeak, though, which is pretty good, actually. So I can Druid of the Spade and War Squeak it so that it can attack and I can make their 3/2 not be able to block this turn. And then I can just swing in with everything. I like that a lot. 1, 2, 3. Druid of the Spade. War Squeak on the Druid of the Spade. We expend. Make it so this can't block this turn. And then just swing in. I'm fine with the trading here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. They take 10. Yeah, that's totally fine with me. They go to 5. Six cards in hand. 4 land up. 5 land up. 5 cards in hand. Pleated Provisioner. They put a +1/+1 counter on the Intrepid Rabbits. It's a 4/3. They have a 4/3 and a 3/4. Okay. Um, if we swing out and they block here and here, they go to 2. And this dies. They have 1 creature to our, what at that point will be 3 creatures. I think that's worth it. Brazen Collector. Go to this bit. I mean, this is all we have. But I would rather do this now. Especially considering that has trample. Swing out. I assume they block here and here. Which, fine. Yep. Yep. That makes perfect sense. So they can gain life. That's really bad for us. But if they can't gain life, then I feel pretty good about this game. 4/3 trample, a 2/1 with first strike, and a 1/1 that dies into a damage. I mean, they could play another creature, so they can block here and whatever. And if that's the case, that's pretty bad for us. 2/2. 2/2's fine. Oh, they can pump it though. Not fine. That's real bad, actually. That's maybe one of the no, I don't wanna say that. That's not one of the worst creatures I could have had. Land is really unfortunate here. So, we can't attack here. Unfortunately. They block, they block, they pump. This gets in and puts them at 1. Thing is, if we do that, they're at 1, and then anyway, unless they gain life, this dying just kills them. It's pretty risky, though. I think I'm just gonna wait. Being able to cast this and also have the money, the mana to pump it, the money. They polywall up. All right. Yeah, that's pretty bad. 3 cards in hand. Maybe I should have attacked there. Maybe it was worth it to put them at 1. Like I said, it's pretty risky though. Okay, that's good. It's a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 5. One of them just didn't count. Can't attack. Just say go. Feather of Flight. Sure, that's fine. My second Jungblade Bruiser would be pretty great draw here. Bumbleflat. Bumbleflat? But where am I? What am I talking about? Oh, that's real bad that they had all of that mana. Okie dokie. Rabid Gnaw. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 at the end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power. Target creature you don't control. That's game, right? I kill their 3/2. Attack in with both. I guess it's not game. That's actually really annoying. They can just block here, take the 1, go to 1, then gain 3 next turn. Ugh. So I think I just say go. That would have been game if they didn't uh, weren't able to use the Bumble Flowers share pot last turn. Also, this is unfortunate because now they can pump this as they want. Pretty bad, but I don't think it was worth killing it there. Maybe it was. Maybe I should have just killed it there. Harvest Right Host. Whenever it or another rabbit you control enters, target creature you control gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Then draw a card if this is the second time. Okay. There's only +1/+0. Okay, that's fine. Yep, they attack. Take 4. Another land. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, I just say go. Question is, do I eat this food at this point? I don't think there's anything in the deck that cares about foraging. This is a bold attack, so they have a creature behind. No blocks. I am gonna eat this food. Beggar's Bane Duo. Make another food. So they're effectively at 8. I don't think we're gonna win this game. Oh, okay. That's super frustrating. We have another one of these. I can do something. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the turtle in the deck. That could do something. They have exactly enough they can pump twice. Ugh. So even blocking doesn't do me any good here. Doesn't actually matter. We're just gonna lose. We're gonna lose right here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll go to 3. I mean, I guess if they do anything other than pump twice, maybe we can do something. Okay. So give this +1/+0, and we bite this. That's not nothing. Target creature you control. This one. Target creature you don't control. This one. They didn't pump at all, huh? They also have the turtle. They don't control 10 or more lands. Whenever it or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, with the top card of your library, if it's a land, you can put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Land. Um, take 6. We can block. I don't see the point. I'm just gonna concede this game. That was pretty frustrating. They just had all the answers they needed, and we couldn't draw anything. So, what are you gonna do? Maybe killing their pumper was right on the turn they were tapped out, even though we couldn't attack through it. In retrospect, it turns out at no point would we have been able to get them below 1, but maybe it was the right thing to do. I am not sure. All right, on the play again. 2 mountains. One thing I could cast if I draw into a plains. This is pretty good. If I don't draw into a plains, plains, a forest. This is pretty bad though. There's a lot of nothing I'd be doing. Ugh. If I had one other red, I think I'm gonna mulligan this. If I had one other red card, I think I'd probably keep that. Okay, lots of forests. I'm definitely gonna keep this though. Forest goes back. Forest. Say go. Baker's Bane duo is obviously happening first. They play an Uncharted Haven on green. Okay. Deal through their turn. Another forest. Ugh. I think I'm gonna cast 3/3 Scrab first. This way, if they cast a 2/2, we can still attack through it. We draw a mountain. We can cast our Flame Cash Gecko and our Baker's Bane duo next turn. That's a lie. Can't do that no matter what. Overprotect. I forgot that was in the deck. Forest. Swing in for 2. Baker's Bane duo. They go. Love to draw a mountain. They play Bark Form Harvester. Sure. Another forest. Ugh. All right, well, we're definitely attacking with both. Whatever they block, we'll overprotect. Yeah. And unfortunately just say go. Can't do anything else. Now we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, it's just a 1/1. Or I guess it's a 2/2. Nope. It's other creatures. Just a 1/1. Brazen Collector. Swing in for 4. I assume they don't block. Yep, they go to 10. They go. 5 mana available to them. 5 cards in hand. They cast Pleated Provisioner again. Their 1/1 becomes a 2/2. We get the mountain we wanted. Probably a turn too late. Now we have no way to get in. Even expending doesn't really do anything for us. We can't expend anyway, actually. Well, I'm going to cast this Gecko. At least next turn we can loot if we do nothing else. Or Rummage. Maybe this Rummages. Yeah, Rummages. Can't attack, though. It's not ideal. Another 3/4 flyer. Now their 2/2 is a 3/3. Okay. They attack, I definitely double block. I assume they just attack with their 3/4, though. Doesn't make sense to attack with their 3/3. Yep. Take 3. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Offspring. That's great, but we still don't have enough damage to do anything with it. Attacking does literally nothing for us. Except, I guess, gets in 2 damage, but whatever. Four cards left in hand for our opponent. They cast 3 Tree Mascot, which is also going to pump this Stray Leader. It's now 4/4. And they also pump 3 Tree Mascot. And Bumbleflower Sharepot is back, which pumps it again. Now it's a 5/5. They don't attack at all? Huh. Roughshod Duo is here. Can't cast a spell. Can't rummage. Can't do much of anything at the moment, unfortunately. They kill my roughshod duo. Sure, that makes sense. Probably gonna eat this food. Attack for 3 in the air. And that's it. Attack for 6 in the air. Okay. No blocks. But I will eat this food. Go to 14. If I draw the mass pump spell, they block here and here. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wouldn't quite be lethal. Okay. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Comes a 3/3, which is largely irrelevant. This is a 4/5 trample, though. That's not nothing. Any 2 or 3 mana green spell, and I can attack with it as a 6/6 next turn. They eat the food, go to 13. Vanishing Light. I mean, removal is removal. We just didn't have any in our pool. Oh, I do get to do something on +1/+1 counter, though. Left the battlefield without dying. Let's pump up the 3 Tree Scribe, I think. Yeah, I think making this a 3/4 makes the most sense. Exactly how we drew it up, of course. And they're doing a thing. They cast Swords to Plowshares. I guess it technically leaves the battlefield without dying, so sure. Attack for 6 in the air, bring me down to 10. We each have 1 card left in hand. Ours is probably going to be irrelevant. Go to 10. Melania's Pathmaker. When it enters, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You become a 4/4. We exile Heaped Harvest. Okay. I don't think that's going to matter. If we could cast it now, maybe it would matter, but being able to cast it next turn is not gonna help us. Does represent 2 damage. That's something. Swing in with everything? Okay. It no longer represents 2 damage. Um, okay. Alright, what are we doing here? We're taking 6 no matter what. Can't stop that. I could block here. And then I could double block here. And at least leave the mage up on the off chance that that matters. And they don't have any kind of pump thing here. I assume they have some kind of pump thing here. If it's the 4 mana white spell, we just lose. But that would have happened regardless of how they attacked. Overprotect. Oh, we're just dead anyway. That's 10 damage. All right, well, that was unfortunate. I don't think the deck was very good. Um, Total lack of removal, sort of a huge problem. So I think I'm going to build black green and see how that goes. And then depending on how that goes, we'll probably end up playing black blue one more time for the 5th game, but we'll see. All right, and here is our Witherbloom build. This deck also seems kind of reasonable. Like, I don't think any of the decks we put together from this pool are really good, but I don't think any of them are necessarily bad either, other than the fact that we are shy removal. If we had a little bit more removal in, more color, at least one more color, I think we might be okay. I actually think what I'm going to do for game 5 is see if I can build blue red. That's also a color pair that looks like it might be worth trying. And it's pretty interesting that even though, we didn't win the last 2 matches, obviously we had a bunch of mana troubles and there was other things going on. We almost won that first game we played in the last match. We almost won at least one game we played in the other one. And being able to build 5 decks that are reasonable out of one seal pool is pretty interesting. So let's see how this does, and then we'll get on to our last match a little bit later. All right. Looks like we had a pretty interesting roll off. Uh, Lots of 4s, but we ended up winning. We would like to play first. Yes. Ooh, that's pretty bad. I don't know if I can mulligan this though. I'm gonna mulligan. All right. Well, that's also bad, but can't mulligan again. So, I mean, obviously we could mulligan again. I don't think it's worth it. Had some pretty bad draws, honestly. They play a forest. That's a good draw. Really, anything we could cast there was a good draw. So, or swamp. We draw another land. Sure. Play a land. Swing in for 2. Well, we have all the land we could ever want with this deck already. Cinder and Cutthroat. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to... Actually, we're going to attack. I think it's unlikely they block, but we'll probably just kill it post-combat. And if they do block, that's also totally fine. Yes, Baker's Bane Duo, make a food. Actually, I'm not going to sell it. Feels wasteful. Sure, so we're going to take 5 here, and then I will sell that on our turn. Question is, do I eat the food? Oh, it also has Vigilance. Hmm. I mean, I'm not going to block. You just take 5 here. I think I leave the food. I don't think I eat it. It's our only source of being able to forage for right now, so... Another land. Okay. Sell that. Move to combat. Swing in for 4. Sure. Fortunately, we don't really have anything else we can do at this point. Yeah, that's just going to be real bad for us. I mean, that's good. Unless they can expend. Can't attack. I would happily block here if it's just a 4/5. It's not, though. It's a 6/6. Ugh. Well, we're going to sacrifice this food. That's the same thing as it giving us life at this point. You're going to attack for 6. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to go to 9. A land. Okay, well, sort of brutal game. They could not expend 4. That would be great. That is easily just as bad. Sure. They just have 2 negate assaults. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. I don't know. I don't even know what to say there. Yes, So I'd like to play first. This hand seems fine. I don't love these Peerless Recyclings. But I'm going to keep. I'd love a 2-drop. The best draw I can imagine is the Baker's Bane Duo into a land. Not in that order, though. Hmm. Okay. All right. That's not ideal. Take a damage. Cast a 2/3. They go. Get a fish. And their thing dies because it was a fight. Wait. What? Oh. Because I got the fish first, this got +2/+0 and trample. So instead of being a 2/3 that was fighting their 3/3, it ended up being a 4/3 that was fighting their 3/3. That's kind of funny. Um, Play swamp. Take one. I want to attack for one here. I could probably attack for two and get away with it. Um, and still return them. I guess if they block, that's fine. I can just return my Vine Lasher. Yeah, all right. I'm into that. I don't think they're gonna block here. But if they do want to block, that's also fine. I didn't think so. So instead, we're gonna do this. Cast Sticky Tongue Sentinel. We're gonna bounce the Vine Lasher to my hand. And I'm gonna cast this Bone Cache Overseer. Then next turn, I can Vine Lasher with Offspring. I wouldn't be sad if I drew a land next turn. Gate Assault. Sure, that's fine. They attack? What? Yeah, I'm 100% blocking here. They have nothing? Whoa, that is mind-blowing. Didn't draw the land. That's fine. Still gonna do this. Move to combat. Swing with my 1/1. Hit him with a fish. They go to 13. Really, really want to draw a land this turn. Conduct electricity. Okay. Really, really want to draw a land this turn. We draw the land. So now the question is, we could Peerless Recycling, get back the Vine Lasher. If I gift them a card, I could also get back the Druid and then cast the Druid this turn. I think that's probably what I want to do. Other than that, if I don't do that, I'm just casting the Assassin. Play a Forest. Gift them a card. I'd like the Vine Lasher and the Druid back. They can draw a card. Pay 3. Cast a Druid this turn. 4/3. So now, next turn, I can Vine Lasher and Assassin if I want to. Ideally, again, I draw a land next turn. Worst case scenario, I early winter whatever they play. Black, red. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Sure. Do they forage? They do. Okay. Draw land. 1, 2, 3. We're going to Vine Lasher with Offspring. Play a land. Go to 10. They go to 10. Then we're also going to play this Assassin. And then we're just going to say go. They have 2 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand now. I know the 2 they just had almost certainly were not lands. Doesn't look like this one is either. Nocturnal Hunger. Gift of food. Destroy target creature. Okay. Annoying, but not the biggest deal in the world. They obviously can't forage. I assume they don't attack. We draw a forest. So if we play the forest, they go to 9. We attack with this, they go to 8. I could put them down to 5 if I use early winter on their squirrel. Or I could save it, just play the land and say go. I think I'm going to kill it. Sweet. So they must have had like combat tricks or something. All right, 1-1. That was pretty good. I like that win. We go right into game 3. Obviously, we are going to be on the draw this game. This is a terrible opening hand. It's hard to imagine a worse opening hand that has both lands and spells. This is much better. I'll keep this. What do I dump here? I think it's probably the Corpseberry Cultivator. Darkstalker is just better. I want to keep early winter. I don't have a ton of removal in this deck. Obviously, I want to cast this early. Yeah, I think it is. I want the lands. Maybe it's not. On the draw, maybe it's a forest. I do have to draw a land, but I have 3 looks to get one there. Yeah, we just get it back. That's fine. Okay, you and Vine Lasher. So now I'd love something to do on 2. I play a mountain. His Nocturne's a pretty good draw. Nothing to do on 2, though, unfortunately. Take a damage. Swing in for 1. See what they do here. I am inclined to Darkstar Augur. Canterbury Cultivator. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna Darkstar Augur. Assassin. It's not bad. Take a damage. Just cast it without Offspring. Can't attack, so just say go. Tree Guard Duo, sure. They can swing in for 4, that's fine. Take 4. Darkstar Augur reveals Persistent Marsh Stalker. Mana situation's a little annoying. I think I want to cast the Mar. Well, certainly, uh, it is very unfortunate we did not draw a swamp instead of a forest. But I think I cast the Marsh Stalker here. Could also cast a 2/3 instead of the 3/1. 3/1's sort of better defensively, though. Attack in the air. Hope that they don't have Secret Reach that I just missed. There you go. They move to combat. Attack with a 3/4. And the 2/3? Well, I'm gonna block. I think I'm gonna double block the 3/4, honestly. Have they shown any pump effects in any of the previous games? I don't think so. But even if they can pump, it's presumably more than one. And if both of these die, I can just get them back with Hazel's Nocturne anyway, which is pretty appealing. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna double block here. Okay, good. Okay, it's fine. Darkstar Augur reveals another assassin. And again, we're in a situation where our mana is pretty dicey. I think at this point we corpse berry cultivator, and I'm gonna attack. I, maybe I just clipped up lookout. I guess I don't really care so much about killing their thing. Yeah, we'll play the 1/2. They don't have trample. We get another forest. Oh man, that's not ideal. All right, I'm not going to attack. At least we can double spell next turn regardless. Conduct electricity. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess they can't also give their thing menace, so that's something. Yeah, definitely block here. One, two, three, four, five. 4/6 is pretty good. Okay. They can give their thing menace and get in for 4. Yep, that's fine. They can't forage. Can't block. Go to 5. Sure, that's fine. Keep harvest. Come on. Does this go to play? It does go into the battlefield tapped. So regardless, I can't. I can double spell. I can Corpse Cultivator and either Assassin or Vine Reaper Mentor. Ugh. Um, the Gateblade Assassin at least lets me get another look at a land. Do I have to put it in the battlefield? No, I may. So ideally, I play this. I look at the top card and it's a land. It is not a land. I think I have to cast another creature here. This one is a land. I may as well put it on the battlefield. Like I can't do anything with it. So I can make this a 3/4. Does it being a 3/4 matter? Maybe. I'd have to eat everything except for my Vine Lasher. I think I'm gonna do it. I want to make sure that is everything but the Vine Lasher. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Coiling Rebirth. What just happened? Return to our creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. If the gift was promised, creatures that legendary make an offspring token of it. Okay. That's not ideal. Or I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty bad. This has to block here. This has to block here. This has to block here. All right, I don't think we can win this game anymore. Of course, we get a land. And of course, it's a swamp now that it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I can kill two things, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. I could kill two things. Doing so does me no good at all. Kill this and this. 2, 3. I take 4 and die. So that's not appealing. I'm going to fell. That has to happen. I have to kill the menace creature. Let's start there. I have 5 mana left over. I could Vine Reap Mentor. And eat a food. I have Vine Reap Mentor and block here. 2, 3. I take 4. I go to 2. That at least keeps me alive for another turn. And then I also get another food. Yeah, I think it's got to be that. Vine Reap Mentor. And I'm just going to eat the food now. Just in case there's any kind of instant speed tricks. 3, 4, 5. I could just block here and go to 1. Oh. Well, that's just it. I just lose that. All right. Well, that was unfortunate. If it wasn't for that Coiling Rebirth, despite the fact that we didn't draw a swamp for most of that game, if it wasn't for the Coiling Rebirth, I think we were probably back in that game. That was a huge, huge swing. Graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, that getting back to the Tree Guard duo was like just brutal. But I think we were turning the corner in that game if it wasn't for that one card. Ugh. I actually think that deck was just as good as the first deck we played. Obviously, that first game we lost, we had pretty bad mana problems, and then that last game we just couldn't draw a second swamp. If we draw a second swamp at any point, I think we're okay. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try to build blue red, I think, and see if we can squeeze a 5th different deck out of this pool that we got. All right, and we did it. We got 5 separate decks out of this pool. The first one seemed pretty good. The second and third, well, we'll go over a recap afterwards, but this is deck number 5. It seems roughly of the same caliber as the last couple. Again, removal is going to be a problem. although we do have a little bit more with blue. I think that if I was playing this pool in any kind of competition, if I wasn't just doing this as an exploratory thing, almost certainly I'd be playing blue black, the most removable by far. But let's see how this one does, and it's our last match. Let's go 2 and 5. All right, we won the die roll. Let's get it done. Play first. Seems reasonable. Keep. One thing to keep an eye on is, this blue that we have is more rat than I think that I would like. Um, I've said this a few times now. I don't think the typal portion of the set is quite as important as it may seem at first blush. Um, I think the synergies are more important, but that doesn't necessarily follow through with every archetype. And Brazen Collector is a great draw here. I don't think that necessarily follows through with every archetype, and it's entirely possible that blue is one of those ones where you want to segment what it wants to do, but we'll see. Osteomancer Adept. It's a 2/2 Death Touch. Till end of turn, you may cast creature spells from your graveyard by foraging, in addition to playing their other costs. And if you do that with a creature, enters with a finale counter. Sure. All right, so we are going to play a mountain, move to combat, swing with our 2/1 first striker, make a mana, and then cast Light Shell Duo. We're going to put that island in the bin. Are we keeping this rat? I don't think so. I don't think so. Then we're putting this in graveyard too. Maybe we should have kept it. We could have double thought Shuckered next turn, but I think we can do better. Tempest Augur. Sure. Okay. Draw a land. So now the question is, am I attacking with this Light Shield Duo? I think I'm attacking with both. And then I can Thought Shucker and one of these two. I can't. I'm fine trading here, I think. Yeah, let's do it. If they want to trade, we can trade. Either way, I get to keep my 2/1 with First Strike, which is pretty good. And this does mean that I get to double spell this turn. So, and they might not even block. They don't block. Great. Go to 13. Now the question is, I'm going to Thought Chucker for sure. Question is, do I Harvester of Storms or Kindlespark Duo? I think I Duo. Now, I've not drawn a single non-creature spell this game, but War Squeak makes it a 4/4. Sure. And my 1/3 can't block this turn. Also sure. I'm happy to take 4 here. No blocks. another land. Okay. Move to combat. Swing, swing. Still find a trade. At some point, this is going to become a problem, so I don't mind killing it. They Blooming Blast. Kill my 2/1. And they did not give me a treasure. They probably could have at this point. I have so much mana. They do decide they want to trade here. Okay. Up to 4 cards in my graveyard. Just say go. Frilled Spark Shooter. Menace Reach. Enters with a +1/+1 counter if an opponent lost life this turn. I assume this means that they're not attacking? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I don't really understand them not attacking here. Steam Path Charger is not bad. I also can't attack, and I can't seem to draw any kind of non-land spell. That's okay. Do I play the island? Do I have any looting effects in this deck or rummaging effects? I think I do. So 2, 3, 4. Offspring. I don't think that I am playing a particularly good version of blue red. Uh, Again, I have very few non-land spells. There's a lot of triggers that I'm just not going to get. I have some. I don't have none. Like I have an okay amount, I suppose, but I don't really think I have enough to make things worthwhile. Take out the trash, targeting my Kindle Spark duo. Oh, take a damage. Five cards in the graveyard. What have you got, friend? I assume you're attacking here. I still don't understand why you didn't attack last turn, but what are you waiting for? Another land? Still can't attack. Just gotta say go. Harnesser of Storms not looking great in this deck. So far, we've gotten 0 value out of it. Although, I guess there's some value to them never attacking me. Reptilian Recruiter. They're gonna steal. They should really steal my Steam Path Charger, I think. They do steal my Steam Path Charger. That makes sense. Okay. I'll block here. Doesn't have trample, right? I'll take 5. You go down to 10. Get my 2/1 back. Another land. Okie dokie. No attacks. Starscape Cleric with Offspring. Yep. I don't think we're winning this game. Take a damage. Pearl of Wisdom is good. Pay 3, cast Pearl of Wisdom. Oh, because I have an otter. Sorry. Pay 2, cast Pearl of Wisdom. Yes, I would like to do this. We exile an island. Yeah, let's draw 2 cards. Yet another island. Well, we can Rabid Gnaw. This only happens once. I can pump this. There's really no reason not to, I suppose. Draw a card, Mind Spiral. That's pretty good. I mean, it's good for next turn, but it's pretty good. I could kill the 3/3. I could kill the 4/2, or I could kill one of the bats. As things stand, I'm gonna have to block this. I guess I kill the 4/2. I can double block this. This is 9 damage. Can't really do anything about this. Ugh. I could wait, I suppose. Oops, wrong. I hit Alt Z instead of Control Z. All right, let's just pass that turn. Maybe I'll get lucky and spike another instant. See how they want to attack before we do anything. 3, 4. I mean, I guess I could kill the 6/6 if I block it with this. They attack with everything. Um, hmm. I would go to 2 if I double blocked here and killed this. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Okay. We go to 1. Or we go to 2. Okay. Currently, we are dead. We need a way to deal with at least one flyer. That's not going to do it. Play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I give them a fish is the question. I guess I have to. Wait. What's happening? Hold on. I'm not 100% clear on what I'm choosing here. Choose target player. To draw a card or to gift? I'd like to draw a card. I'd like to tap that. Choose an opponent. So this is to gift the fish. Yes, I would like to do this. Tempest Angler. Okay. All right. That's something. I can bounce. Bouncing the 2/1 keeps me alive for a turn. I can't run away together or I'll just die. So, um, okay. I assume they put their flyer on the top. Yeah, they did. The other card was a land. They cast Dire Sight? Oh, I thought they played a land. I guess they didn't play a land. Draw 2, draw 2, lose 2. They go to 7. Really need a flyer of some sort. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 mana next turn. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. They don't offspring it. It's an interesting choice. Attack with just the 1/1. They go. Okay. Flame Cache Gecko. Don't think that's gonna do it. No, I should do that differently. Yes, with offspring. Yes, I would like to do this. It is a mountain. Okay. Mage, mage. Play this mountain. We know we're gonna bounce. If I bounce, I'm just dead, right? I think I'm just dead. Unless I can find somebody to do with their other flyer, which is possible. Nope, another mountain. Unfortunate. Concede. What could I have drawn there? I guess War Squeak might have done it. Um, what else did I have left? It was none of these would have done it. Long River's Pull wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I think War Squeak might have done it. I could have given something haste. Would have done 2 more damage to them. Would have brought them to 3, and I could have made one of their creatures not be able to block. So we had a shot at the end of that game, at the very least. I'd like to play first. This is a little awkward, but I'll keep. Start with the island. Mountain. Blacksmith's Talon. Okay, that's a little scary. Teleport Mage. I think regardless, we're at Tempest Anglering next turn, but I would like to draw the island so that we have it in case we want to change our plans. Instead, we get a Brazen Collector. Would I rather Brazen Collector? This gives it +1/+1. I think Tempest Angler, let's just be as mana efficient as possible. But I'm going to attack. They can't block anyway. They're going to level it up so that they can equip it. They're going to... Nope. They're going to Harnesser of Storms. Okay. Getting for 2. Makes sense. Another mount. Play Pathmaker. Pearl of Wisdom is pretty good for next turn, I think. I'm just going to attack. They only have to take 1, but I think that's fine. Next turn, this will be a 3/3. I will discard a card. 2 in the air, that's fine. Hired Claw. Pearl of Wisdom. Make it that a 3/3. Run away together is interesting. Alright, so play Island. We have 3 mana. I could Hired Claw. And hold up Run Away Together. Yeah, I'm going to do that, I think. Do I want to attack here? Could make this a 4/4. Could bounce this and my Hired Claw. And I could just attack with everything, honestly. I think that is what I want to do. And I also get to draw a card. They block the... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. The only way it doesn't die. So they take 8. Okie dokie. It's going to be a good couple of turns. All right. On to game 3. Charger, Hermit, Thought Shucker. This is fine. 3 lands. It's probably Shucker, then Hermit, then Charger when I can Offspring it. Let's play an island first. Just in case. Draw the counter spell. Now in the swamp. Play a 3/2. Other creatures you control enter with an additional plus counter for each opponent who lost life this turn. I guess a lizard, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pretty gross. and also not something that I can easily deal with, unfortunately. So I think at this point, we're just going to cast this without the offspring cost, since I can profitably block here. One for sure. Can't imagine the attack here yet. Coruscation Mage. That's going to be pretty good later. Cast our own 1/4. So then the plan at the moment, next turn, is to cast this with Offspring. Then I have Dire Downdraft and War Squeak up, both of which represent 2 damage each. Okay, that's unfortunate. So that's 6 damage we have in hand currently with the Coruscation Mage out. Just from casting the spells, not even considering what we could do with those spells. Like even if they were just blank cast a spell, that's 6 damage we have in hand right now. Can't do anything though. I think the plan next turn is to start with Pearl of Wisdom. And then honestly, we'll probably Thought Chucker. What is this? Gift a card. Wildfire Howl deals 2 damage to each creature. If the gift was promised, it deals 1 damage to any target and then 2 damage to each creature. Huh. Well, that changes everything. We're gonna water spout warden now, and then I'm gonna war squeak on it and hope that this can get us there. Fell is real bad for us. They get a swamp out of it, which might have been holding them back. They don't play the swamp? Did they already play land that turn? 4 cards in the graveyard. This costs 3. I kind of want to bounce it, honestly. Just to set them back as far as possible. But I think I'm going to Pearl of Wisdom instead. 2 more lands. So next turn I could get up to 6 cards in my graveyard. Pay 5. That's not great. Take 5. Hired Claw. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 mana away from being able to Hired Claw and pump it. Unfortunate. And hold Dire Downdrift up. Well, I'm going to attack. Oh, wait, no, I can do this, right? Play Hired Claw. Pump it, I have 3 left over. Yeah, I'm good. And then when they attack with it, this gets discounted. And I can bounce it. I guess the question is, when do I bounce it? Do I let them hit me with it and bring me down to 9? Assuming they're going to cast anything. Oh, no, they're just going to cast something now. Take out the trash. Targeting my lizard. Okay. That is going to happen. That is going to bring me up to 7 cards in the graveyard, though. So that's actually not as big of a deal as it seems. Yep, that happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, like, okay, fine. They can't recast the Quick Displore this turn. That's good. 1, 2, 3. Bounce this. Now the Hermit is unblockable. Kindlespark Duo. Draw a card. Raisin Collector. Great. Tech for 2. I am just going to triple block the boar. 2, 3, 5. They can kill this and this, or kill this. But they can't kill both of these. Recruiter's really bad, actually. Oh. I guess it's not that bad. What? What is happening here? I'm just gonna block here and here and take one. That was a baffling attack. Move to combat. Swing for 2. They go to 9. They put the boar on the bottom and I didn't realize it? Hidden grotto. Tusk boar. No, there it is. Okay. Sure. No attacks. Makes sense. Take damage. Mountain. Go ahead and bin that. Draw another card. It's not bad. Leave the possibility of War Squeak. It is another mountain. Guess we play that. Move to combat. Swing for 2 that can't be blocked. They go to 6. Kindle Spark Duo will make it 5. Even if they can remove it. Tap everything. That's pretty annoying. Okay, they make an offspring. Sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card or lose 3 life. I think I'm just going to lose 6 life here. Damage, go down to 5. Island. We will bin that. Draw a card. Raccoon Rallier, sure. Move to combat. Swing for 2 unblockable. They go to 3. They go. And bring them to 2. And then my Hermit will be lethal next turn. A 3 for sure, that's fine. I don't think that's going to change anything. They're coming in. Sure. Okay. So you are going to block here. You are going to block here. You and you are going to block here. You. Not you. Not you. You are going to block here. And you are going to block here. Getting that. Sure, that doesn't really matter. Attack for 2. We're just going to attack with everything that isn't the Kindle Spark duo. All right, I'll take it. Like I said, we'll go over recap in a second, but glad that one got the win. That played out better than I anticipated that it was going to when we built it. We'll do a quick recap in a moment. So we ended up going 2 and 5. I think the black blue deck was probably the strongest. The red blue one was better than I thought it was going to be for sure. Um, I think the green black one was also okay. Again, I think that if I was building this for any sort of competition, the blue black one is the one that I would have gone with and stuck with. But I do find it pretty interesting that we could play 5 matches all with different color pairs. And it was pretty reasonably equal. I think the black red deck was probably the worst of the bunch. Um, and we were obviously shy of removal the entire way. But I think this is a pretty interesting experiment. We'll do it again next week, and we'll see how it goes. I'll be back tomorrow with the weekly news update. And then a week from Saturday, August 10th, is the Magic Online Creator Showdown, which will, of course, be Bloomburrow sealed. I'll be streaming all day for. So see you tomorrow and then next week. And until next time, good luck. Hope tomorrow is a better day for you.